He hurt you, didn't he? So deeply that you sometimes question if he ever truly cared. You replay the moments, the silence, the coldness, the way he pulled away when you needed him most. And no matter how strong you try to be, there's still that ache, that whisper that says, if he loved me, why would he do this? But what if I told you it's not that he doesn't care? It's that he doesn't know. He doesn't even realize how much pain he's causing, because in the twin flame journey, that pain isn't meant to punish you. It's meant to awaken you. This is one of the hardest truths to accept on the twin flame path, that the person who feels like home, your other half, can become the very person who breaks you open. And you can't understand why. Why does someone who says they love you disappear? Why do they seem blind to your pain? Why do they keep triggering you over and over until you can't recognize yourself anymore? So do divine masculines even care how bad they hurt you? Or is there something deeper going on behind their silence? Something that has nothing to do with cruelty and everything to do with the soul's plan? Let's start here, with that feeling of being ignored, rejected, or forgotten. Because that's where most divine feminines break. It's where you start doubting the connection, doubting your worth, doubting love itself. You start to wonder if maybe you imagined everything. But the truth is, you didn't imagine it. You felt it, and your soul remembers. Your divine masculine doesn't set out to hurt you. They're not sitting there planning to cause you pain. They're reacting to their own fears, their own trauma, confusion, and emotional overload. And in that reaction, they pull away. They go silent. They shut down emotionally because that's all they know how to do. But here's the deeper layer most people don't see. When your DM withdraws, the universe is not taking love away from you. It's redirecting it back toward you. His silence is the mirror that reflects every wound within you that still whispers, I'm not enough. I'm not chosen. I'm not loved. And that's why it hurts so much, not just because of him, but because he's showing you the echo of every time you felt invisible in your life. So the real question becomes, what is this pain trying to show you? Every trigger your twin flame activates is like a key one that unlocks the root of your deepest wounds. When he ignores you, it's not just him ignoring you. It's your childhood, your first heartbreak, the people who made you feel unworthy, all rising to the surface through him. That's what makes the twin flame journey so different. It's not a regular relationship. It's a spiritual mirror. He's showing you through his actions everything you still need to heal. So instead of asking, why is he doing this to me? Try asking, what is this pain revealing within me? Maybe his silence triggers your fear of being forgotten. Maybe his rejection brings up memories of never feeling chosen. Maybe his distance makes you feel like you're not enough. These feelings didn't start with him. He just became the messenger of a wound that's been there all along. And I know it feels unfair. You're probably thinking, why do I have to do all the work? Why am I the one feeling everything? But that's the role of the divine feminine. She is the emotional alchemist. She feels so she can transform. She loves so she can teach love how to heal itself. Your pain is not a punishment. It's an invitation to heal. It's a sacred mirror calling you home. This might sound hard to accept, but the divine masculine's job in the journey isn't to make you feel safe or pampered. It's to reflect to you the parts of yourself that still need love. And your job as the divine feminine? To rise above the reaction and see the truth beneath the pain. It's not that he doesn't care, it's that he doesn't know. He doesn't see how deeply you feel. He doesn't understand how much his silence pierces your heart. because he's still learning how to face his own. You're both triggering each other constantly. You awaken his fears of inadequacy and failure. He awakens your fears of abandonment and rejection. And together you create a sacred storm, one that shakes both souls until all illusions fall away. You see, your divine masculine's indifference isn't emotional cruelty. It's divine design. His silence forces you inward to find the love within yourself that you've always searched for outside of you. And once you find that love, everything begins to change. That's when you step into the energy of the divine feminine. Not when he comes back, not when he apologizes, but when you realize you don't need him to. You awaken when you understand that the purpose of this journey was never about romantic reunion. It was about soul reunion. You with you. Your higher self with your human self. Your heart with your truth. The divine feminine rises through pain she's forged by it, not destroyed by it. When you stop chasing answers and start listening within, your entire vibration shifts. You move from confusion to clarity, from attachment to acceptance. And that's when he feels it, the shift. Because energetically, your detachment becomes his awakening call. Your peace becomes his mirror. Your love, even in silence, becomes the light he can't ignore. But the irony is, by the time that happens, you no longer need his validation. Because you finally see what you've always been: divine, whole, complete. Many divine feminines reach this point through what we call the dark night of the soul, that deep emotional darkness where everything you believe collapses. You cry, you doubt, you break open. You question everything yourself, the connection, even the universe. But that breaking is sacred. It's how the light gets in. In that space, you realize that you were never meant to depend on his love to feel worthy. You were meant to rediscover the divine love within yourself. You start to release the illusion that your twin holds your happiness, and instead you find peace within your own being. This is where ascension begins, not in the union, but in the surrender. Every divine feminine who reaches this stage starts to see the pattern clearly. The journey was never about getting him. It was about becoming her. The true divine feminine, grounded, intuitive, peaceful, radiant. And here's the beautiful part. Once you reach that state, everything changes energetically. You no longer react to his triggers. You no longer spiral when he pulls away. You understand. You stay calm. You stay in your light. You trust that the universe knows what it's doing. And the universe responds differently to that energy. It sends you confirmation after confirmation. It restores your power in ways you couldn't imagine before. So what comes after awakening as the divine feminine? Peace, clarity, presence, a deep sense of knowing that no matter what happens, you are okay. You stop looking for signs and start becoming the sign. You stop begging for communication and start speaking directly to your soul. You stop asking, when will he come back? And start asking, what is love asking of me right now? That's when you start living in alignment with your higher self, not waiting, not chasing, but being. Simply being. And here's the mystery most people don't talk about. When you truly embody the divine feminine, your twin's energy starts to shift naturally. He feels the calm. He feels the unconditional love. And for the first time, he feels safe enough to face his own wounds. But whether he comes back or not stops being the point. Because your union, the real one, is already happening inside of you. So do divine masculines care about how bad they hurt you? Yes, on a soul level, they do. But most of them don't have the emotional awareness to understand it yet. They're not heartless, they're just lost. And sometimes love between twins doesn't look like romance. It looks like reflection. They trigger you because your soul asked for it. They distance themselves because your soul needed space to rise. They seem cold because that's the only way your ego would break enough to surrender. You see, your soul didn't come here for comfort. It came for growth. And your twin flame is the catalyst that ensures you don't stay asleep. It's never been about blame. It's about awakening. When you reach the point of acceptance, you stop seeing your divine masculine as the villain. You start seeing him as a soul partner, one who agreed to help you remember who you are. Even through pain, even through separation, even through silence. And that's when the real healing begins. Because instead of asking, "Why did he hurt me?" you start saying, "Thank you for showing me where I still hurt." That shift in perspective changes everything. You no longer resist the journey, you flow with it. You no longer crave closure, you create it within yourself. You return home, not to him, but to you. So maybe he did hurt you. Maybe he broke you open so deeply that you'll never be the same. But what if that was always the plan? What if the breaking was never punishment, but preparation? Because you don't awaken through ease. You awaken through the fire. And through that fire, you rise softer, wiser, freer. So yes, your divine masculine cares. But his soul cares more about your evolution than your comfort. He doesn't come to heal your wounds. He comes to show them to you so you can finally heal them yourself. And when that happens, you stop waiting for love because you become it. If this message spoke to your heart today, take a deep breath. You're not broken, you're awakening. Every tear, every silence, every heartbreak is guiding you home to yourself. Subscribe, stay connected, and let's keep growing together because your journey is sacred and your light is meant to shine.